Time for another tip of the day. So today we're looking at the code context feature within Rollbar. So this is an item that does not have this feature enabled. Out of the box, Rollbar does provide helpful information, code coordinates, and stack traces about what's occurring within your items. But we can further enhance that by setting up our source control integration and then making a couple of changes to add full code context. And here a different item from another project showing what that feature is going to look like. So we do still have those coordinates, and we also see git blame a plus minus 5 lines of code. I can see specifically who changed this code and when, and I have a link back to my GitHub repository where I can look at the source code itself. So to enable that, you have to do just a couple of things. First, you have to enable the source control integration in your project settings. So for this project, I'm looking here, and that's just going to require an authentication through that. I think it ports over to GitHub for a quick authorization allowing you to do that. And then you supply the repository info, the branch, and optionally the project root. Project root is needed when you need to specify a subfolder within the repository. If your files are not at the home level of that repo, then you need to add the subfolder there. You can see one of the projects I had to specify there. So after the source control integration, you will then also need to add the server root field here. It's called server root in JavaScript and maybe a couple other languages. It may be called root in some of the other frameworks that you use. And then we also have the code version. This is optional for the code context feature, but it is required for version tracking. So it's best to go ahead and add that. Here I hard code mine. You're probably going to refer to some sort of variable there. And so once you have that configured correctly, you'll start to see the additional context with these items, have the link available to you. Helps to improve your workflow and to get you to the code faster.